Hi guys, so happy Sunday. Today is a really cool day and it's just the right weather for me to be in the kitchen, in my African kitchen, doing what I love. So bake with me today. I cleaned the pans, as you can see. After cleaning the pans, I gathered my ingredients. I used white self-rising flour. Of course, it's wheat flour. And I melted the butter, added the salt, the eggs. Then it was time for me to add the milk, and I added 500 ml of milk because, yeah, that's how much goodies I want to make today. If you have a sweet tooth like me, then you know cupcakes is amazing. And by the way, don't laugh at me, I love the hand stick blender. I always use it for everything because it's easy to carry. I know y'all would go like, no, you should get a cake mixer and all that. Well, who needs a cake mixer in a little kitchen like mine? So I used the blender and I started adding the flour that I had put aside for the mix. So let's get into it. I mixed. I was singing at this time, and afterwards I got tired, so I decided to get the cooking stick, the African way, you know. When you're African, you understand. It does the job. So I started using it when the mix became a little bit thicker for the blender to handle. So I had to test for consistency and the taste and if all the ingredients were right. Afterwards, I added the butter to the pans, you know, just rubbing it there just to make sure that the cake and the cupcakes don't stick to the pans. And my mom always say the secret to cake is butter, a lot of butter, and I use a lot of it. I also had to put some in my bread pan. I also had to do that, so don't mind the mess, I'll clean it up later. Yeah, that was done. I finished cleaning up the pans as they went into the oven one by one. Yeah, and it was time to bake these guys. Tell me some of your hacks, like the tips to how you bake at home, and in the comment section below. I would love to learn. And that's how my cupcakes turned out. They're really beautiful, fluffy and soft, and yeah, I loved them. And I had to make a different mix. I had to add color, yeah, so which I did, and I liked the flour as well because this one I used a bit of baking powder. So yeah, you can see how they rose. They're really, yeah, good. I got a fork because they were in the oven for a long time just to check if they were cooked inside, and they were cooked, so I had to get a little piece for taste. And afterwards, well, it was time to get them out because they were already cooked, and there was our guinea pig, or rather our first test. So I just had to cut her open and check the consistency, the texture, and that was the cake. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.